Gemini, honey, happy full moon that we have coming up in Capricorn. We are talking about releasing the need to control. Yes, what did I title this? Surrender to the current. And that was something that my guides had said to me a few years ago that had a little bit of a dual meaning. So for the two Gemini brains, I would love to, and this is the full moon reading for Gemini rising, but can also be watched by Gemini sun as well as Gemini moon. We have the sun right now in Cancer, right over here conjunct Mercury in our house of money, please, values, and access to resources. And we are purging and highlighting different things in our 8th house of transformation, death, rebirth, you know, sexuality, taxes, all the things over here. And so we also have a lot of fire energy over here in our house of communication, early learning, and short trips. We've got some retrogrades, some heavy hitting retrogrades in our house of career, legacy, and public image. And we have Jupiter and Uranus right over here in our house of soul purpose. It's a lot. It's a lot. So let's do both meanings of surrender to the current. So surrender to the current situation where you are. Accept it. Learn how to love it and nourish it. If you're, you're here with me, we are all really, we are leaders, we are entrepreneurs, we are star seeds, we are probably coming out of a little bit of a deep, dark, like, how do I say, a hole that you've dug yourself into. That's a comfy one because you've been there before, and like, it's that great feeling. Like, definitely go and talk to Taurus because they are like really unpacking some self-sabotaging tendencies. But when we do things that are familiar, even if they're shitty, we know what the outcome is. And sometimes the unknown is what it is that we fear the most. So surrendering to the current and just saying, this is where I am. Turn the stage lights on in your life. Say, wow, I am here financially. I am here personally. I am here professionally. I am here with my friendships. I am here with my purpose. I am here with, where I am with my, the people that I share my apartment with, or this, that, and the third. Accepting where we are. Surrender to the current. This is where I am. But also, this world is a riptide. This entire thing. Surrendering to the current of like what you're being pulled towards, what you're being drawn to, what you're being pulled away from. Like, Jupiter is just the "let be a lady tonight" planet, and just telling us like this is happening in your house of soul purpose, healing, closures, and coming home. Uranus is also here. This is our collective awakening. The North Node has been transiting this part of your chart. The North Node's about to go into Aries in a week, where like the place in the community, the place within your friendships, you're going to find your round peg in a round hole type moment. You are. So surrender, like, what do we know when you get caught in the riptide? When you start to flounder around, that's when you get all fucking pushed all over the place. But if you just flow and let it pull you, it'll shoot you out where you're meant to be. The Harry Potter, like, Portkey moment is just kind of like, you might feel like you're holding on to the boot and you don't really know where to go or what to do. But me as like a guide for you is saying, let go. Let go of the boot. Let go of your need to control. Let go of the grasp that you have onto familiarity. Let go and see what door to Oz is actually opening for you. Like, you're meant for big things. Pluto and Aquarius. Please go back and watch the Pluto and Aquarius video. It's way down below. Because Pluto dipped back down into Capricorn. So we're releasing, because the moon is in Capricorn, not in any way conjunct. This is at 11 degrees and this is at 29 degrees, pardon me. So it's like, yes, we're looking at the common themes that are Capricorn themes, but like, you can't take these old toxic patterns with you. You can't. Like, pretend you're going on a short trip. Over here. You can't take all your creature comforts with you. You just have to trust that when you get there, you will have, you know, a teacup for your coffee or tea. That's something that I, like, literally wherever I am in this world, I've been mostly homeless and I've had my coffee and teacups and my rocks and stones and my tarot cards. But I have to trust sometimes that if I'm taking a short trip or I'm going to stay at a Airbnb or something like that, they'll probably have a cup there that I can use. I can bring my own bougie coffee, but they'll have a cup. I don't have to bring the cup with me. So what is it that you actually can leave behind and trust that on the other side of your greatness, on the other side of this riptide, on the other side of this current moment, when you step into your full abundance, that you'll have the safety there, you'll have the thing there that you need. Yeah, because we can, for you especially, just because Leo runs your third house, sometimes when you have something to say, Gem, and you can say it in the same way that anybody else can, you say, it can come off as cutting because of this placement here, Leo running your third house. So we have Venus and Mars and Lilith, and definitely go back and watch the introductory video, all that jazz. Your words just are perceived as cutting, even if you're like, hey, you have brown hair. And that person just be like, it's like auburn, or it's light brown, it's chocolate, and I pay good money for it to be chocolate. And how dare you say it's brown? Like, that's so mean. Why would you say that it's brown? Like, it's this beautiful, like, it's amber. I paid money for it to be amber. Why would you insult me in that way? We were like, dude, I'm just telling you that your fucking hair is brown. That can be a little bit of what we're feeling right now, Gem, or just in general, just because that is the placement over there. So that's just kind of like a full aside. But because we have so much activity here, and because like your focus right now is on values and money and like access to resources, what are your resources? What do I value? That's like what's going on right now. You probably have some really interesting dreams that are going on, so please have a dream journal. But yeah, for you, during the full moon healing that I'm going to be posting, what did I write down? Releasing the need to control the situation. Releasing the need to control anything. Because the world's not happening to us, we are happening to the world. We are God having a human experience. It's like we are a drop in the ocean and also the ocean. So if we try to grasp onto this little thing, whatever it may be, we are focusing on a pinhole. When we have the entire view, the entire abundance, the entire ocean, infinity upon infinity of multidimensionality in the multiverse. And we're trying to look in a pinhole and say, this is the way it has to be. Where's Sag for you in relationships? Ooh, child! The way you view the people around you and the way that you think that they're so magical and that they can do all the things, it's like, oh, you're all experiencing imposter syndrome right now. It's so intense. It's so intense. But the way that you view how magical the people around you are is actually how magical you were, like maybe like a few years ago in whatever respective realm that is. Because like for your rising sign, this is you, the mask that you wear to the world, but also the lessons that you're here to learn. And the descendant sign is like us seeing God in another, but also like what we think we need in the other, but it's actually one of the most important parts of ourselves to nourish. I think it was years ago, Dr. Joe Dispenza had said on a Lewis House podcast, like, if you want to attract your perfect partner, list out every single thing that they are and then become that. And then become that. And I have to give a full disclaimer. There are ways for divine feminine to not overly divine masculine themselves, but to nourish those aspects of themselves. And there are ways that the divine masculine cannot become overly divine feminine, but treat themselves in the way that they need to be treated. And a lot of the times for divine feminine, paper can be your divine masculine, and have like focus on money, like getting that paper, because then that gives you the freedom. Like money is your assistant. That type of a thing. Money gives you that safety. Dating your bag. Maybe date your bag right now. maybe date your bag right now, just saying. And then for divine masculine, like pay for healing, pay for, you know, the full moon healing. It'll be the link below for that. Take care of yourself in the way that you would want your woman to. And I don't, just full disclaimer, I do not care what you identify as. This is divine feminine and divine masculine. This has nothing to do with the body parts. This has nothing to do, like, just, this is the divinity. The divinity. Are you a divine feminine essence? Are you a divine masculine essence? We have both of those, Gem, inside of us, but which one are you and which one are you looking for in the partner? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because your purpose, Jupiter's trying to expand your purpose and give you all the things that you want to have. Let it. Let it. Yeah, the new moon coming up is going to be in your house of money. So in a few weeks, we're going to be looking at that. But if we are not, how do I say? If everything is energy and we keep telling the world, like, and the people around us and all the things, like, no, I'll take subpar. No, I'll take clearance rack. No, I'll take this. Then the universe is only going to send you clearance rack level shit. In every realm. So you got to up level. You got to go top tier. You got to go top shelf. These are my new standards. And with the North Node going into your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, even if this is a person you've known for decades, you can still say to them, hey, this is my new standard. You don't even have to call it a boundary. This is my new standard. And if you want to stay in my life, you hit that standard. I know yesterday I had these standards, or yesterday I accepted this standard, but now I am declaring this is what I require. Yeah, it was on a really great, I forget her name. Oh my God, I totally literally forget her name. Women of Impact. She did just like a post that was like, what is it that you require? Not a boundary, but what do you require from your relationships, from your friendships, from your community, from your everyday? Because if you're not declaring that openly, nobody knows. And people that have been in your life, if they want to stay in your life, they will up level with you. They'll be inspired and they will say, actually, yeah, I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Cool beans. I love you, Gem. Please share this with a fellow Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, and let us know what you're experiencing and what you're going through. We have 0 planets in air for this video, which is kind of a little bit of like a mental break. We're feeling the feelings and just like experiencing things, fire energy, water energy. So like, let's do the damn thing. Let's do the damn thing. Earth energy. Oh, it's intense. And this might feel so exhausting where it's like, I just learned all this information in my birthday and my season and did all this stuff. And now you're like, wait, I have to integrate it and do the, yeah. Let go of the need to control. Let it just happen, girl. Ciao. See you in a few weeks.